Hello, everyone, and good afternoon. Thank you guys for being here today. Once they start presenting, you guys will hear everything through the headphones, but just right now as I introduce them, it's coming out of the speaker. But thank you so much to Rodrigo Dambros and Lucas Paulin, who came all the way from Brazil to be here today. We're very happy that they could make the trip, and today they will be discussing generative AI as a developer for creating SaaS intelligent decisioning rules. And we'll also save some time at the end for Q&A from the audience.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Hello, guys. Good afternoon. I'm Rodrigo Dambros. I'm responsible for commercial and operation at GMWIT.
And me, I'm Lucas Palin, co-founder of GMW.
And GMW, it's a Brazilian company, partner SaaS. And we work SaaS implementations. And one of our use cases is the implementation of AI with SaaS. And so let's go. We will show you a little bit about this. So when I talk about AI today, we specifically talk about how AI can help us in decision making. We are not talking about doing it alone or making decisions alone, okay? We are talking about AI making our lives easier, specific topics, especially in accelerating work that would we take hours to develop and understand so that we can speed up deliveries, okay? Therefore, are many types of AI. One of them is GAN, Generative Adversarial Networks. GANs are deep learning architecture composed with two neural networks, and that they compete with each other to generate realistic synthetic data. One network generates new data, and other tries to predict where the generated data belongs to the original data set. How it works? The network compete with each other and try to predict, and the generator try create data, and that looks a real data, and the discriminator try to distinguish between real data and generated data. So we can apply this architecture, this kind of generative, to create and edit images, music, videos. We can apply to medicine with speech recognition and synthesis, and science and augmentation data in machine learning. So other kind, it's autoregressive model. Are a class of machine learning models we use it to forecast time series using past value predictors. They are models that predict exposed variables, observation whose values we know completely, at certain points in the time, usually ordered chronologically. Autoregressive models are widely used in finance, economics, meteorology, engineering, and when you use it to analyze and forecast time series data. Okay. Other kind we use in the variational autoencoders. Autoencoders are a type of neural network designed to learn efficient data representation, primarily for the purpose of dimensionally reduction future learning. Autoencoders consist in two main parts. The encoder compresses the input data to lower dimensional latent space, and the decoder reconstructs the original data from this compressed representation. The main goal of autoencoders is to minimize the difference between the input data and reconstruct output data. there will be learning and comparative representation of the data. You can use the variational autoencoders, VAEs, which extend the capabilities of the traditional autoencoder framework by incorporating probabilistic elements into encoded process. We can use this technique for image reconstruction, data compression, content generation, anomaly detection, image synthesis, and data noise reduction. This kind of types, what I talk about, we have some benefits and challenges to use the generative AI. There's some benefits. We have a creative process automation, customization at scale, discovery of new knowledges, and learning curve reduction. As not everything in life is flowers, yeah? And we have some challenges. We have a challenge, for example, quality and precision. We need test and retest and configuration, a lot of things for the correct quality and precision. Ethics and misuse, it's sometimes we have big mistakes and then we need be carefully. And reliance on big data, yeah? And infra high costs. Yeah? However, in my view, the balance of benefits is winning. So, the new world. For us, the new era of smart decisions, where business rules were once hand-coded and then they are generated by AI. And digital transformation isn't just about data. It's about make faster and smart decisions. We have some strategic benefits of generative AI. Faster rule development and deployment. We will show you in next pages. Better decisions quality using real data. Reduce reliance on technical teams. And continuous improvement via auto simulation and testing. What is generative AI and how it works? You text a code and generate business logic in real time. You text the decision flow and the AI builds for you visual flows from business intent. And we read some data historical with rules, and AI learns from historical data and optimizing these rules. So now I will talk about some use case we implementing together. Some of these use cases we will show, Pauline show you some videos with examples. One of them is automation of rule creation using SAS, creating in SAS intelligent decisioning, fraud analysis and suggesting rules, contract analysis, and exploratory data analysis. The same use case SAS, the other cases, SAS has some awesome use cases. We don't bring the video here, but we can create dashboards automatically from the text. A text assistant easily creates SAS AI models. It's awesome. Explore LLMs to prospect opportunities and digital assistant for investigation data. AI, it's combined a lot of techniques, a lot of resources, and then AI is a science of designing computer system support and accelerate human decision. And then we combine a lot of these techniques. It's computer vision, natural language processing, machine learning, and deep learning, and generative AI, large language models, and synthetic data. This is reality for us today, and then we combine everything and AI, and then we can move forward to make new decisions, intelligent, and then we will show you in the next pages some use cases, and Palim, we will show you for you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, D'Ambros, to explain all the concepts. And now I will show you some videos about our user cases. And now, here, the first one, I would like to explain a little bit about the migration. Every company have problem when you need to migrate from one technology for another technology. And now, with generative AI integrated to SAS intelligent decisioning, organizations can transform technical documents and hard code rules into clear, executable, auditable decisions with greater speed, transparency, and less technical effort. And here, I will show you a little bit about this. Where is the laser?
Okay.
No, laser? No, here.
Oh, laser.
Here, I have an example of technical documentation. Here, I have the agent AI. And here, I have the SAS intelligent decisioning. And in this video, how can I play?
Yeah.
It's running?
Yeah.
Okay. Here I have an example of technical documentation. Copy the text, send it to the AI agent, just paste here. After he processing this information, try to be the best rule can he do, and goes directly to SAS. Here. And now it's possible to compare. I have here this camp 180 I think here, because I can't see there, and another rules. It's possible to use all your documentation to create directly in SAS. And this point is nice. This push here, I show you, I don't use the internet. I use my GPU performance. I don't connect nothing in internet to do that. It's your technology is yours, your technology. I don't have your technology, internet don't have this. And now I can do the same, and now you may ask me, do you need to go rule by rule? When I answer you, my point is, it depends. Because how is your document, how your information is structured. If you have a good documentation, I can translate everything to SAS. And now, this point, I want to show you a different way to create rules. Often, business rules aren't written down. They live in mind of the people who knows the company process. Sometimes I have another types, the the persons in the company don't know to programming, don't have this skill, and it's possible to do a text. The text will be created directly in SAS Intelligent Decisioning. It's running?
No.
No. Now,
Agora começa.
yeah. Here I have the intelligent decisioning. I just copy the normal language to here. They process this information, call all the API SAS with governance, with tokens, and a lot of security, processing these informations without the internet, and create directly in SAS Intelligent Decisioning. Now the text, and here we have the rules created. And just and now I will show you one more our use case. We have fraud detection rules, but why we thinking this? Because sometimes you need to spend a lot of time to prevent a fraud. We can do automatically suggesting business rules based in your historic data, and use your content, using your company content. And here we move to a smart level of automation, and AI doesn't just execute rules. It's learning from your company historical data. The AI analyzes the past fraud patterns, detecting recurrent behaviors, and automatically suggesting a new rules prevention. For the instance, if you notice that transaction made late at night, for forgetting locations with repeat passwords, and another steps. And then the suggestions can be reviewed, refined, reset directly in SAS. And if you have a problem with these rules suggested by AI, you can ask to AI to change the value, change the pattern, suggest another rules. And now, this regulatory compliance. We've developed a system to understand contract documents, using SAS Visual Investigator, using SAS Intelligent Decisioning, using SAS Visual Text Analytics. Everything combined into a LLM developed by GMW. And the system analyzes the contractual clauses, highlights risks and consistency, and suggests actions to be validated and implemented through in SAS Intelligent Decisioning. Now, we will analyze the contract. It's the sample of contract. Is a sample of contract GMW. GMW have two partners. One partner is me. Another partner is Victor Tabares, an imaginary friend of mine. Here, and we can analyze this contract. I have 10%. Victor Tabares have 90%. But when you see the clause 3, profit and loss sharing, all the profits generated by the partnership shall be located exclusively in partner A, it's me. And any losses incurred shall to be solely responsible in partner B, Victor Tavares. Here we have some parts of this document. and it's better for me, no? I think I would like to shake hands today with this contract. But how can I do that? Here we have LLM models connected in Visual Text Analytics and SAS Intelligent Decisioning in Visual Investigator to analyze every step, every phrase of this contract. Now, I will show you how can I do that. Here I have a space to upload the file or the contract. This agent have an additional agent here to set the contract to be a lawyer, and I asked it to explain the clause. They give me a justification, alternative balance to this part of this contract. Is the last one I have here. It's a point of, in this stage, we have a generative AI processing acting as acknowledging models. And why I think about this? I inspired by a company is TMG Automotive. I was inspired for this company to thinking about to have acknowledged models. And as maintenance records are entering to SAS Visual Investigator, LLM captured and stored this information based on the historical context and pattern recognition. It automates creating rules suggesting to most effective resolution in each case. This is done directly through in SAS Mobile Investigator, and I will show you in the next video. With the SAS here, I show some screens in these videos, but behind these screens, all the engines are using SAS and Python. Integrate all these parts are integrated with security, governance, and
Compliance.
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 Compliance. Thank you. And now I will show you how can I do that. Here I have a mobile investigator. I don't know if everyone knows, but we can use the technology of SAS in our mobiles and connect a LLM in this database. Mobile Investigator have a database, and the LLM connected in the historical data to analyze all the knowledge base. Now, I will ask to the LLM to explain this database, asking to explain all the records who be trained. And now, I think it's a little bit old.
The database is so big.
Sorry?
This database is so big.
Yeah. I needed some seconds here to analyze this database. I put the database using an upload here, but it's possible to connect it into your database. And now he showed me I have location, category, error code, descriptions, actions are taken, explain all my registers here. And now I will ask to I will ask to SAS Mobile Investigator to create a record and put directly in LLM. The LLM needs to understand this record, put in his database, and now I ask again, but I don't have yet this file here, and respond, I don't have this information about this mountains. But a few minutes later, now I have here. It's indexed now, and in this point, I have the solution here, and the solution, when in this case, suggestion apply, fate or call to GMW to help you. And now we have a close message
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. For this close message, guys, migration isn't just switching tools. Yeah. It's involving decisions where we are made with intelligence, with generative AI brings speed, accuracy, and trust in every decision, and then we can put together LLMs and generative AI with SAS Intelligence Decisioning, SAS Visual Investigator, and then we can combine everything together and move forward for the new steps, the automation and evolving. Yeah.
And now I would like to
I will show you just our obrigado. Thank you so much for your participation here in this session. This is not our contacts. If you need more information, I don't know if you have some doubts, we stay here to try to help you.
And the final point, I love crazy ideas. if you have someone, and you can share with me, and I can thinking about and so show you a solution. Every time we do that with our clients, and if you want to talk with us, I will stay here.
Thank you, guys.